Welcome to the Experience Podcast. My name is Dennis. Today's Fruit for Thought is sponsored by Mimones. And we have an abundance of Mimones sponsored by Mimones. Fruit for Thought is going to be what we're going to be bringing today. Like I said, my name is Dennis. And I want to make sure that if you're new here, that you subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell. And share it with your friends and family. And if you're looking to get out of the matrix, the old world, if you're tired of being in this and going to a job you don't like and feeling like your life has no direction or that it's not on purpose, and if you've ever had that inquiry of that there's got to be something more, I encourage you to go into the description and you can reach out to me via Calendly link. You can get 30 minutes of my time for free. And usually I charge $500 for 30 minutes of my time. So I'm offering this as a gift for you because I'm recognizing that humanity at the moment is in a pretty precarious state as far as the end of the illusion of time. So I'm here to be of service to you in your journey. And like I said, calendar link in the description. Also, tomorrow night, I host a masterclass with Sarah Jean called The Living Word. And what that's about is I've lived in decades and decades of shame, guilt, judgment on myself and others. And it's led to a life of suffering, of pain, of not being connected to myself or the people around me or to God. And so what this masterclass is all about is going from speaking death to speaking life. And so I invite you to that tomorrow night from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And with that, I'm really honored and grateful to be here with Neal.
Hey, yeah, my name's Neal, and humanity being in a precarious state, precarious is one word to speak to massive change occurring on the planet right now. Like change that's so exponential. Like there's a great awakening happening. There's exponential change happening to where the world we're in, and how we view it and how we view ourselves and how we relate to the world we're in is completely altering, not just partially, completely. And what's happening is sin is being cleansed from the earth. And
Can you elaborate on what you just said? Sin is being cleansed from the earth.
Well, it's really self-explanatory. Sin is a inaccurate perception. So lies are being cleansed, illusions are being cleansed, my truths are being cleansed, and until the only thing left is the truth. And I'm committed to living and speaking the truth. And Neal's my name. Neal's not who I am. Who I am is a multi-dimensional, infinite spiritual being that's expressing through a human body in this here and now. And I invite you to join these live streams every Wednesday at 3 p.m. And you can just, if you're subscribed to the Experience Podcast and you hit the bell notifications, you'll be notified when we go live. And so I invite you to be here with us in these live streams. And in addition, I host virtually and physically. If you're in Costa Rica, and reach out, and you can visit me physically. There is a channel for that, and you can attend my masterclass physically, and you can attend my masterclass virtually via Zoom. And the name of the masterclass is Natural Balance Masterclass. And Natural Balance Masterclass is occurring every Wednesday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. And this is a masterclass where you can still be in your lies and practice being whole and complete. And in the practice of being whole and complete, start the journey of letting go of the illusion. Start the journey of letting go of the lies, of the matrix membranes with an S that has been programmed into all of us from society, from our parents, from our literally from social media, literally from news. There's these programs that have created a matrix in our brain of how we see the world. Everything is inside, nothing is outside. So we look out there and we say, "Oh my gosh, this is all going on out there," but where is it actually happening? Inside. And so I invite you to Natural Balance Masterclass Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that link's in the description. And the opportunity is to practice being whole and complete through connecting, networking, and giving and receiving offers. And so that's complete. And now in this episode today, we're literally diving headfirst into a conversation, which is a conversation of, does what I think affect you, and does what you think affect me? Does what you say matter to, well, not even what you say, does what you think matter to me, or is it completely irrelevant? And so if you're here for this full episode, you'll see a way of looking at thinking within yourself, and how to relate to how you think within yourself, and how that relationship of how you relate to how you think within yourself either doesn't or does affect other people. And so with that, I can feel you, Dennis, and I feel like you're wanting to share. What do you have?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, like, the only time that someone's thinking affects someone else is if they are on the relationship triad. So if we are in victim, hero, or villain, if we're acting out on any of those ways of being, that is the only way someone else's thinking can have any impact on. In other words, if someone, like, for example, if you're saying something to me like, "Hey, you're a dumbass motherfucker," and you say that to me, the only way that I can be affected by that is if I go into victim mode and I'm like, "Hey, man, you just called me a dumbass motherfucker," or I'm a hero and you said that to someone else and I'm like going in to save that person that you just called that. Or if I'm the villain and I'm going in to destroy both the hero or the victim. So the only way that can affect us, I'm just making a pile outside of the bowl now. I'll clean it up afterwards. We got a lot of memonias here. We got abundance. If you want to get out of that old slavery, the matrix that Neal was speaking to, that fear matrix,
the fake food, the fake matrix with the fake food, the fake lies and the fake fucking everything, and step into the truth, the real food, organic fruits and vegetables, papayas and watermelons and lemons and mangoes and belly hibiscus and Brazilian spinach. Sidetrack, go.
So, fruit for thought, what he just said. So the only way that someone's words can have an impact on Dennis is if there is somewhere still a lie that's within Dennis. Somewhere I'm still telling myself some kind of a lie, that I'm a little whiny, that I'm small, that I'm weak, or that I might rise up and I'm like a Hulk. I might be, when he says this dumbass motherfucker, like I might get this big energy and be like, "Hey, you mother," and then come back at him with that same energy. So that is the only time that someone's words can have an impact on me or on you as if you're living in a lie. And so that is a great litmus test, is if it does anything within you, like if there's any emotion that it rises up, then there's still a lie within you. And I just want to expound on this a little bit further. Then I want to come back and ask Neal for what he has. But this, what he just said of humanity, the end of the lies. So if you've been telling yourself a lie, those lies are going to get exposed. And they're going to get exposed either by you saying them or not by saying them. So the way to get free from them in this moment is to say them and to get them out of yourself and to actually tell yourself the truth, because you're not your ego. So anyways, I want to go back to I feel like I left that at a cliffhanger.
Oh, that's great.
But I want to go.
So you not being your ego, that's both good news and is bad news for the ego.
Yeah.
But it's good news for who you actually are. Like you is just a word in language that I'm using to describe I am that's coming through the body that you're in. I am being the name of God. Like God is within you. You can resist that and it's still the truth. And so you can have God within you and suffer by resisting God being within you. And or you can just like accept it and be like, wow, like God's within me, and because of that I see God in other people, and because of that I'm like really grateful, and I'm in joy, and I'm in compassion and peace. Like I see God whenever I see a person. I see God in everything. And God is in every spot, and you're a spot. And with the relationship triad, I've never seen that is the only way to be affected by somebody else's, let's say, words in this case. I think I might have like seen it, but I just like really saw it again. And so specifically what I'm speaking to is somebody speaking the words, but I want to go before the words got spoken to the thought. And is what somebody thinking affecting me, and is what I'm thinking affecting other people? And I think it relates to literally still the relationship triad, in the sense that what I'm thinking is affecting how I'm speaking. And the speaking is a byproduct of the thinking. And so if the person is thinking like a victim or a villain or a hero, then their thinking, they can be affected by other people's thinking. And they can affect other victim, heroes, and villains. But if their thinking is the thinking of the truth, which is the thinking of the I am that's in all of us, and it is transcendent of the hero and the victim and the villain, then their thinking, it has a effect on other people, I think, and the effect that it has is assistance in walking the path of truth. And so I think in either way, our thinking is affecting other people. And I think in one case, when being in the thinking of a victim, or being in the thinking of a hero, or being in the thinking of a villain, I think in that case, if I'm coming from that place, then it's detrimental of how my thinking is affecting other people. And it might not look that way on the surface, but if I go deep within on a soul level, on a God level, then it actually is detrimental to the soul's growth. And now looking on the other side of it, when the thinking is the thinking of the truth, it will affect other people, and it will affect their growth and their expansion and their capacity to be in the truth. And so I do think that what we think is affecting each other all the time. And in addition, I think that the reason that this is because we're actually not other people. Like, we're literally all one, and the same I am that's in me is the same I am that's in you. And because of this infinite connection, when I think something, it is affecting it's in the field that we're all connected to. And the field being, you could call the field the Holy Spirit, the fascia, you can also call it love. That's the thing that's connecting all of us. And that field is a collective, what I'm going to call right now, a collective thought field. And so, yes, my thinking affects other people, and yes, your thinking affects me. And how it affects me is where I'm located and coming from. Am I coming from a victim? Then it'll be a detrimental effect. Am I coming from a hero? Then probably a detrimental effect. Am I coming from being a villain? Probably a detrimental effect. Or am I coming from the truth? A positive, uplifting effect. And I think the only way to have your thinking be a contribution is to come from the truth, solely, wholly, fully, wholeheartedly. So this is what I see. Like, I think it's ridiculous to think that what you think doesn't affect other people. I think that is coming from an illusion of separation, and it's coming from an illusion of actually narcissism, where you're actually obsessed with yourself to the point where you're like, you can just do whatever you want and other people aren't affected. And I think that's bullshit. And I have been in a place where I've considered this, like, can I just like, and I've been and am a retiring narcissist. And so can I just like have my soul path be my soul path and have other people figure themselves out? Yes, and that has an effect on other people, and that is what I'm really bringing home here.
So is that is that the thinking or your way of being?
It is both, because where does your way of being come from?
Thinking. And also I'm seeing
Which
that
is my point. Like, I'm like overly focused on thinking. Like, I'm overly like emphasizing that specifically, because this is what I really, the question I want to like speak to, of like, is it having an effect? Is your thinking affecting me or not? Or is my thinking affecting you or not?
so then are you a victim of other people's thinking?
No.
And how
Because
not?
I'm coming from the truth.
Okay, so what I
this
heard
is the only way to not be affected, is where I'm standing.
is when someone is thinking truth about another person, that person that's receiving those thoughts from the person that is thinking the truth, that I'm looking for a simpler way to
it's like inside me. Like, if I'm in the truth, your thinking isn't affecting me.
Correct.
That's the only way that it's not well, see, if you're coming from the truth, it is still affecting me, but the effect is different, and the effect is growth and expansion.
Correct.
So thinking from the truth, which actually I'm now like in an inquiry of if the truth even thinks at all.
I think it just is.
That's
like
what
the
I'm,
truth literally just is, and that's what God said. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So the truth is the truth. Like, it doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't. It just
and
is.
the word isn't necessarily thinking. The
Right.
word is the word. The word is communication. The word is the truth.
It's the law.
And so I think the truth can be communicated without thinking, actually. Now that I'm actually deep feeling into it deeper, which brings up this illumination of like, there's a lot of times during the day where I have no thoughts going in my brain, where I'm actually just like present with what's going on, and my brain is like still. And so in those times, I acknowledge that I am in the truth. And yeah, I'm really seeing where the truth doesn't require thinking, but the truth can use thinking to. I don't know why the truth would use thinking, honestly. I don't think the
It's
truth.
only the ego.
I think it is only the ego that
Because-
needs to think, honestly.
Because the ego is like the only reason that it would think is to maintain control. So to maintain control.
I'm
to
laughing
manipulate.
because I'm getting a hit of the truth from what you just said.
Fruit for thought.
Man, I feel like, man, that was a wholesome, complete conversation. Like, I really don't feel I could go more with it, but man, I feel complete. Do you have something you want to put in, or do you have a direction you want to go?
I do have two more things.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is this Saturday, Off Grid Dream Life, 12 p.m. Central Time, or actually it might be 11. I'm not sure, but I'll put all the details in the description. Offgriddreamlife.com. That's this Saturday. Another one is the Remember Experience, here live in the village, where you'll get to spend like five or 6 days. I think 5 days, total of 5 days here at the physical manifestation of heaven on earth. And if you're looking to get out of the matrix, like, there has never been a greater opportunity or a better time in the illusion of time than right now.
Actually, yesterday. But
Yeah.
if you didn't do it yesterday, right now is a pretty dang good time.
Fruit for thought.
Complete.
Complete.
I love you. Thank you for being you. Peace.